What's going on, guys? This is A9J Freak here. I'm just kind of doing a update video on what I normally do, my life with a disability update. Um, kind of talk about a little bit what's been going on in my life and some of the struggles that have been happening lately, especially on days like today. It's not been a very good day for me. I recently went to a doctor, my neurologist, and I told him, I said, look, I've been going through some excruciating pain lately, and the pain's been so bad to a point where I'm sitting down and I can't get comfortable. Then I try and lay down and I can't get comfortable, and it doesn't matter what I do, I can't get comfortable. It becomes very frustrating and disheartening. So what he did is, just a little disclaimer here, I'm not big on hard painkillers, heavy painkillers. Like, the farthest that I like to go is like Norco. I don't like being up there on the high painkiller spectrum, because you get too many issues and stuff like that. But so he was going to give me, it's like one step higher than Norco's. I mean, it's pretty high up there on the pain scale. It's like oxycodone or something like that. And I'm like, no. I'm like, you gotta go down. He's like, well, how bad is the pain? And believe me, the pain is bad enough where I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a good pain reliever. But I want it to be down, because keep in mind, I'm only 28. If I start off at a higher level, where do I go? Because your body does get used to whatever, to what you're taking. And then your pain manager, whoever that may be, the neurologist or a pain management clinic, they have to adjust your pain medication. So you can only go to a certain level, and that's it. But what he did is, he wanted to put me on Norco 10s. I told him, I said, let's try the Norco 5s, see how that works, which are 500 milligram a piece. And I take those now with my Tramadol. Tramadol, if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's commonly used to treat nerve pain. Because of, the pricks and needles and tingle feeling. It becomes very sensitive and to the point of excruciating pain. Like me, I have my in my L4, L5 area. It's what the heck is it called? It's in the lumbar area, where the nerve goes down my leg, and I experience a lot of pain. It's very common in a lot of people. You guys may know what I'm talking about. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. This is kind of like an impromptu video. But because of it, the pain becomes absolutely excruciating. I can't deal with it, kind of thing. So we adjusted my medication. Now, the only kind of quote unquote issue I could call with adjusting my medication is that taking the two painkillers together, not at the same time, obviously. I wake up in the morning around 6 o'clock, I take one or the other, then a couple hours later I take another one. So I'm literally taking painkillers off and on all day. But obviously, if I go somewhere, I don't take one of them. I do find that it's helping a lot. But today has just been kind of a rough day. I wake up with a headache, and it's just gotten worse, progressively worse throughout the day. I've found that, because those of you who don't know me, I have fibromyalgia, neuropathy, and I was diagnosed recently with cervical stenosis. And I also have lumbar disc disease. because of that nature, I have a very bad lower back. I know being overweight does not help, but I have a bad lower back, and it's just been excruciating at times. Lately, the weather where I live has been very rainy, and that does not help. I also have something called Smorl nodes. Basically, is a calcium deposit in between vertebrae. That's very, very controversial to whether or not those actually affect a person. Some people I've read online when I first was diagnosed with Smorl nodes, that some people say they're absolutely excruciating. They are to the point of where you can't function. And then you have some doctors that are naysayers that say, no, that doesn't affect anything. That doesn't do anything. It's just a calcium deposit. Well, if it doesn't do anything, then why are so many people saying it's excruciating? I never understand doctors sometimes, personally. But if you guys look behind me, we're not in my studio, quote unquote, my makeshift studio room, because of it being so hot lately where I live, like 80 upwards and sometimes into the 90-degree range. The studio got too hot. But thankfully I was able to move everything downstairs, and I was able to, kind of set it up. I mean, I'm on a very small table. Before I was on like a 6-person table, so I could have everything sprawled out and everything worked out to as, big as I want it. And now it's just this little tiny table. I mean, I'm not even joking, guys. It's only like that big. It's barely big enough for my laptop and a couple of things to set on. But that's alright. I'm grateful for it anyway, because I get to hang out with you guys for a little bit. I've been doing some research also, too, on, I was just curious last night, and I wanted to find out, I did have my life with a disability vlog. I wanted to know how many other people have that. And I typed in life with a disability vlog, and I found a lot of other people. And, it made me feel good to know that I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that's dealing with a disability in that sense. And because I was talking to my buddy not that long ago, and I told him, I said, look, my life's been turned completely upside down. And I'm not trying to sound like, poor pill for me. I'm just being honest here. I'm shaking the table, sorry. But I'm just trying to be honest here. In one instant, everything kind of changed on me. But, it's the acceptance of it all. The acceptance of learning to say, look, my life isn't what it is anymore, but that's okay. I still have a life to live. I think that's where people with a disability have a huge problem. I mean, it's crazy to me how big of a problem it is. I know this is kind of like an update / vlog, but the stress level of living with a disability, a lot of people don't take that into consideration, honestly, because you do have stress. Like just recently, I fell going into my house. I only have 2 steps going up into my house. I was trying to help my wife carry in some groceries. I had my cane in one hand and a couple bags of groceries in the other, and they were light things, very light things. Thankfully, nothing breakable. And I went to take that step and missed the step, started, timber kind of thing. And, I talked to my neurologist about that, and I said, look, that's very scary. It's very, extremely scary for me. And he said, absolutely it is. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, it's very scary for an individual who was having no problems to all of a sudden having a ton of problems. And you go lift up your foot and you can't tell how high you're lifting up your foot. I mean, there's been so many different other instances that I've fallen. That's just the recent one. But it does get scary, but trying to hang in there, trying to stay positive on everything. It's been crazy. I actually recently bought a truck. I'm excited about that. I've always wanted a truck. I guess I'm a redneck at heart, right? Grew up as a redneck, so I have redneck rite of passage now. I got this little, it's a Chevy Sonoma. It's like a S10, but a little bit bigger than a S10, and it's just beat up, but it runs fantastic. It's a 97, and I love driving that thing. That thing is so awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my car. My car served a good purpose for me for many years, and I put 100,000 miles on it within the first year when I was working, and it was crazy. The thing got like 30 miles a gallon, and it was awesome. A little Grand Prix, but that thing was awesome. I drove everywhere when I was working with that thing. But back to the truck. The truck is just cool. I don't know. Redneck rite of passage here. It's just kind of cool to sit there and say, hey, I have a truck. If I need to haul something, I can haul it. And it can haul up to like, I don't know, a ton. So, I mean, obviously my dad has a little trailer that I can hook up to it. And, haul whatever I need to haul. But it's still cool. I can, not having a truck before in the past where I'm like, man, how am I going to haul this? How is this going to work? And now I don't have to worry about that. That's awesome when you think about it. But that's really all I have for an update for you guys recently. I appreciate you guys who watch my videos. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. I'm trying to at least post one video a week. I'm just a hobbyist, at YouTube and video making and stuff like that. I enjoy doing it, though. I enjoy the editing process. I enjoy laughing at myself a lot. I think I finally got the audio figured out really good. Speaking of, I don't know why, just remind me, but these glasses I've had for a long time, and they broke. Right here, at this piece right here, broke off on this side. So I had to hot glue it right there. And actually, I need to get new glasses sometime this week. That's just temporary. But I hot glued it because I'm blind as a bat without glasses. That was just something else that happened my week, and it just made my stress level go through the roof because I'm like, great, now I gotta spend money on something else, and just kind of worried lately for some reason. I don't know why. I guess that's just me. I've been stressing out. But like I said again, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Those of you who watch my videos and have a disability, remember, you're disabled, you're not dead. Thank you guys, and God bless you.